What's going on? What's going on, man? Good evening if you are in the States. Good morning if you are in the Philippines or anywhere in Asia, I'd imagine. But I got people who watch from all over the world. How everybody doing today? Let's see, man. We got 15 people. I notice there's a lot of people like premiering and going live at the same time. I was just watching Joanne. Excuse me. Let me put the cam on. I was just watching Joanne premiere. Looked like she kind of put like a compilation of videos together from the time we were over, my time I was in Manila with her. And yeah, man, it's a lot going on. Got a lot of people reaching out to me. I'm meeting up with It's Wing and Sharon Lapu Lapu this afternoon. And at some point in time, pretty soon, I want to go ahead and get this footage up of my time with the True Girls as well. Let's see, we got 9 in here. Please hit that like button on your way in, you guys. Uh, yeah, I was gonna say AB. I just saw you in the chat. That video with Joanne. I was just telling everybody about it. I was kind of peeking at that as well. It's a lot of people going because It's Wing is actually going live. She's actually live right now as well. And I'm meeting up with her and sharing Lapu Lapu later on. So let's see, man. So we got Cam 92 in here. I am Alex. What's going on, brother? Interesting. So, man, I was scuba diving every day for $10. Pack of smokes was 50 cents. Beers 25 cents. Haircut, shave, and a half massage. What? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, man. So I'm like, I guess this was a good topic to bring up. I figured I would do this reaction while I was in the Philippines, and like I did when I was in Colombia. Once I'm done with the trip, I'll do a video on my travel vlog channel to give you guys a rough estimate of what my budget was overall, including the flight. Um, I did that because I did, yeah, like I said, I did that when I was in Barranquilla, and I'll be in Thailand in 2 weeks, so I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm gonna be in. See, I'll leave out for Boracay Thursday afternoon, and I'll be there for 5 nights. And I'm actually supposed to be meeting another Filipina out there who actually watches my channel. Uh, so we'll see what that's about, man. Yeah, the vow. I'll definitely maybe when I come back, if I come back later on this year to the Philippines, I'll take a look at the vow and see what that's about. But I know I wanted to go to Manila and Cebu first because other YouTubers and people that I already knew had boots on the ground in those two cities, and everybody recommended Boracay before I left. Because it's supposed to be like one of the cheapest getaways for the locals, and that's pretty much how I've been approaching this travel overseas thing, man. Is living like the locals and trying to immerse myself in the culture and things of that nature, man. Because if you plan on living abroad permanently, man, that's probably one of the essential things that you're gonna have to do. See, we got 22 in here. Please hit that like button on your way in. Try to let it build up because, like I said, I know other people are like going live right now. Uh, Dennis Sperling and the crew went in on Synthetic G and the Sisterhood last night. Oh yeah, I had to do that video, man. And y'all know that woman gets on my nerves, man. Over here sounding like a I swear, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's like I've been flying so much now. It's like, bro, she literally sounds like she about to let you know when your plane board. She sounds like this, and flight flight 83287. This is your board. It needs time to board. Like, bro, that's what she literally. I'm telling you, bro. She sound like she should be telling you when your flight about to board, bro. That woman sound weird as hell, bro. Man, Mr. 314, what's going on, sir? Oh yeah, you was watching that? Yeah, yeah, man. Man, I had a good time with them, man. Yo, I'm like, yeah, man. True girls, man. They something else. They cool. I rock with them. Yeah, you probably didn't get the notification because I posted it last minute. I forgot to put it up the other night. So my apologies on that, man. I'm trying to get this damn situation figured out with my GoPro, man. My new GoPro is acting like it don't want to charge. So when I was out with the True Girls, I had to use my old one. Thank God I had my old one. You know what I mean? Because even though I bought a new one, something told me to bring the old one as a backup, like just in case. So I'm like, if you include that plus the camera that I'm using now, because I'm not using the laptop camera, you know, that's what, three cameras. Then if you include the laptop camera, that's four cameras. So yeah, man. Yeah. Jamal in the building. What's going on, sir? Says sensors are about to be done wrong. Yeah, ain't looking too good. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Passport bro hater might be going to jail. That's interesting. I'm like, I wonder who that is, bro. Jacoby, man, what's going on, sir? Got 30 in the building. Please hit the like button on the way in, man. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to this reaction right here, bro, because I've reacted to this content creator for, and he's been living in the Philippines for a while. Um, has a beautiful wife. They used to live in Chicago for a hot minute, and now he's here. I believe he's built the house and everything. So this is gonna make it even more intriguing, man. Because I know when I had dinner with Frank Tate and his wife, he pretty much had the same plan in place. So it's like, man, this is why, like I'm telling you guys, bro, this is why I think this is like low key cheat code, man. The fact that you can, live a simpler life, still have everything you need, but live comfortable. You know what I mean? And still be able to, go out, have a good time, and be able to afford to do all that, but still be able to save money and invest for the future. So, I mean, I think, although this ain't, you know, once again, man, just trying to show people that, like, there really is more to this than just the women, man. Like, it really is, bro. Like, there's so many other benefits. I'm like, and I get it, man. Like, it's a reason why we say the women are just the icing on the cake. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up for you guys here. Ain't gonna waste too much time. Please hit that like button on the way in if you just joined the show. We are doing a live reaction to a content creator by the name of It's Me. And like I mentioned, I reacted to one of his videos before, and he actually showed love in the comments as well, man. Cool dude, bro. So let me see. I'll put that fair use up. Anime Demon, what's going on, sir? Philippines are full effect. Is that supposed to be in Cebu where I'm at now? There she is. What's going on, Diaz? How you doing? Yeah, man. I got a feeling y'all gonna like this, man. I think he gonna. Yeah. You know what? Because the reason why I missed it is because I ended up pushing the time back that I was gonna leave the country because I was actually supposed to leave um at the end of March as opposed to end of April, but because of the situation with my father, I decided to push it back. I was actually considering pushing it back again um to the end of this month because, as you know, my dad just got transferred to a nursing home. So, but my mom kind of like gave me that blessing, like, nah, you good, man. So, oh, okay, it's in Cebu then. All right, I'll check it out. Plus, to be honest with you, man, I mean, the fact that you pretty much have to walk around on alert at all times, You know, like no matter where you went, I was just kind of like, I think I'm cool on passing that up. No, I am. Y'all are obsessed with me trying this damn balut, bro. I am not gonna eat that shit, bro. I'm not, bro. I'm not about to eat that, bro. DMV Lex, what's going on, bro? Oh yeah, now I'd imagine the parties was off the chain, man. You got girls over here dancing and twerking in wet t-shirts and whatnot. Yeah, I can imagine, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, y'all got an obsession with me trying this damn balut. I'm cool. If I was gonna do that, I would have did that in Manila when I tried the cheese ice cream because the balut was literally right next to the cheese ice cream that I tried. And I was hesitant to try that, but the cheese ice cream actually turned out to be pretty good. Yeah, I'm cool on that balut, man. Y'all, that's duck embryo, bro. Like I'm good. Like they literally had that on once I heard it was on Fear Factor, I was like, I'm good. I'm not eating anything that was on that show. I don't give a damn. New. Jacoby, it's duck embryo, bro. Literally duck embryo. I'm cool, bro. It cleans out your system. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, so does this. This helps clean out your system too. I'm good. Y'all crazy, man. I'm good, man. Please hit the like button on the way in. We got 36 watching. We're gonna go ahead and jump into it, all right?
What?
No, these are poop.
The lizard pooped on you?
Oh, good. I thought it's your water, but
It's a Philippines gecko. He's lived here longer than us.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's me again. If you're new to the channel, my name is Corey. My wife's name is Raquel. She is a little camera shy, just to give you a heads up now. Some people have said she should talk more, and I'm like, yeah, I try when she can stop giggling. So we do a lot of retakes and a lot of bloopers, which I could make a whole video on. Anyways, so we are going to talk about a foreigner's monthly cost living in the Philippines. And when I say that, for those of you that don't know us, we've been married for quite some time. I met her in the Philippines. She lived with me in Chicago in the US for about 2 years, a little bit less. We had a 5-year plan to move over to the Philippines, and we prepared, we planned, and we built a house over here, and we've been here now for 10 months. So I think we have a pretty good average because your bills fluctuate. And I didn't want to give you guys a cost of living after 30, 60, or 90 days because that's going to give you horrible information. You need more data to put together than that. Okay, so that being said, I just want to say that I've watched every YouTube video on foreigners' cost of living over here, and they fluctuate quite a bit. So feel free to comment saying you spend less on something or that you spend more on something, because I'm not going to disagree with anyone. It's just you have to factor in 3 things when you're moving to another country or anywhere for that matter. And first thing is going to be location. We all know that. No one's going to argue that. Second thing is going to be your lifestyle. It's going to make a huge impact on how much you're spending. And then third thing is how much planning you put into it. And I don't ever see YouTubers talk about that for some reason, but when you plan and you build things and you prepare in advance, you're able to keep your cost down much lower, as an example. All right, so like I said, this is going to factor in 3 different things that will make a big impact on what someone is spending. So that being said, I'm going to go over the average cost, and I've gathered that together from every YouTube video on people living in the Philippines. I've put them all into different spreadsheets. I have pie charts and graph charts looking at it so I can see the averages, the highs and the lows, and compare it to what we're spending. So we'll keep that part brief because, that's not what we're spending, so I don't necessarily really care. All right, so
first one is the housing.
is the housing. So that is averaging for foreigners in between 300 and 800. And I know someone's going to jump in and say they spend 100. You can't. We know people that spend $20 and they have a bed and they have a shared CR with other people. So you can do it for much less than that. But most foreigners are going to say they want to be in the $300 to $800 range. I definitely know people that are in the $1,000 to $1,500 range if they're in, IT Park or Makati, and they have a nice condo with a pool and things like that. So that's the average for that. The average electric cost for foreigners is in between $100 and $200. Now, again, I know people that are spending $50 or $60 a month. I also know people that are spending $300 to $350 a month. So it varies a lot based upon how big your house is and how much you prepared in advance. Internet, that's averaging $40.
44. Oh, yeah.
It's averaging. That's a gecko. Okay, it's averaging $40. I know people that spend $10 or $20, but you could obviously spend more than that. For example,
Telephone.
The average I'm noticing is around $15. Definitely plenty of people online that said they spend in between 8 and 12. Some people will spend, 40 or 50 because they're on it all the time or they're texting or using the internet on it.
Yeah, we use the no expiry. So it's by gig, so it depends how.
With our load, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're rarely using our internet when we leave.
Yeah, we only use that when we leave. So it's been, I don't know, 2 months now, and then I still have gig in my data. So
Yeah, it's been months since we've loaded our phones and we put $8 on each.
yeah.
So
Food home, food.
Food/home. So she actually read it correctly, but anyways, food home. We're talking about your general grocery bill. The average foreigner is spending in between $200 and $400 a month. Plenty of guys said that, or the average is, or can be, I should say, in the $80 range, and plenty of people for larger households where they're buying everything at a chain grocery store and they have kids, they're spending $500 to $600 a month.
Yeah, it depends. I only eat one slice, food and rice, of course. I'm okay with that. But he wants more meat, of course.
I have 2 breakfasts, for example, and she'll have 1 egg and a small piece of rice, or 1 toast and an egg. So it's
Coffee.
Food costs can vary a lot, and I think we all know that. So next one.
With protein and rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to stop this here because what I've noticed is since I've been in the Philippines is the food portions, man. And you know what? I think I remember Austin Holloman saying something about this, where sometimes depending on what he ordered, he may have to like double up on what it is that he wanted because the food portions were a little bit smaller. And that's something that I've noticed since I've been here too. Is like the food portions are a little bit smaller here, and that may play a part in why the obesity rate is a lot lower here versus in the States as well. On top of the fact that the food here is just healthier. All right, let's keep it moving.
We're like a half a person. We're a third.
That's why you can save. Okay, we'll go to food dash out. Food.
Food dash out.
What's that? You dash.
No, you're right. It is food dash out because I'm referring to takeout food and eating out at restaurants.
Okay.
Those numbers are averaging around $400 a month, but that is a huge variation. And when I say that, I have a friend who doesn't spend $20 a month because he never goes out to restaurants. I know other people that spend $600, $700, $800 a month because they eat out at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they live in the city. So that's going to vary a lot, but 400 is the average for what foreigners are spending.
Yeah, you eat a lot, so.
You want to add a dash to everything, or no?
No, there's more. Transportation. So, car, gas, Yeah.
Yeah, tricycle. So transportation, again, it's going to vary all over. $40 to $70 is the average range. Again, that's put together through all the YouTube videos and all the forums and all the people I've talked to, is $40 to $70. Now I've talked to people that spend zero or people that spend $10 because they walk or they take a tricycle once a week.
Going
And
to church.
what's that?
Going to church.
Right. I mean, a lot of local Filipinos will get a tricycle once a week because they're just going to church and they walk everywhere else. I know foreigners over here that spend $500, $600, $700 a month on transportation because they have a car payment, which I'm not going to get into whether I agree with that or not, but either way, that's going to make a huge difference in what it costs you to live over here.
Oh, like
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Based on what I've seen, my experience here, do what you want to do. But if it was up to me, I would recommend just taking taxis where you need to go, man. Transportation here is actually pretty cheap. Like when I was in Manila, because where I was staying at was actually relatively far from Joanne. Bro, I never spent more than maybe $10 to get to her side of town. So you imagine getting there and back was about $20. Now, if you take the distance that it took for me to get to her and apply that to US cost, I probably would have been paying double, if not triple. So instead of $10, it probably would have cost me 40 or $50 to get to Joanne based on where I was at. And depending on how bad traffic is, it could be a little cheaper, because, as they're running the meter. And like another example is like where I'm staying at here in Cebu is actually kind of close to the airport. It only cost me like $5-6 to get a ride from the airport to where I stay. So when you really think about it, man, if you were to take the taxi all the time, or even a tricycle, or even a jeepney, I'd imagine you're probably going to spend less on transportation on average per month versus if you had a car payment. So I think, in my opinion, I think you actually come out a little cheaper. Plus, you got to think you're not going to be leaving the house every single day anyway. And, depending on where you at, sometimes you can just walk to where you need to go. You know what I mean? When I was in Manila, I had the mall right in front of me. I had Starbucks right in front of where I stayed, another coffee shop across the street, some restaurants that were probably like a 5-10 minute walk away. So, not including the restaurants that were in the mall. So, you know what I mean? There were some cases where there were days in Manila where I didn't have to spend any money at all as far as taxis go, or transportation for that matter. So something to think about too, man. All right, let's keep it moving. Yeah, DS, you're right. You can rent a tricycle for groceries and it's real cheap. Like I know out here in Cebu, the base price is 15 pesos, which is like, let's see, 54 pesos for every dollar. So if you do the math, that's like what, like a quarter, something like that. Change basically. All right, let's keep it moving.
like it depends when in Dumaguete. It's not wise to get a car because it's always traffic, and it's rather take a tricycle than wait for traffic and hard to park.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too, man. And like she said, the traffic. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like the way people drive out here kind of scares me. So I'm a little hesitant to even drive out here myself too. All right, let's keep it moving. Yeah, the motorbike traffic is crazy, Billy. I agree, man. I think that's one of the reasons why, because you got to be conscious about them also. Oh, whoa, Uriah with the $10 super chat, man. Thank you for that, brother. I really appreciate that, man. All right, let's keep it moving. to put my fair use back up, man, because gotta respect the content creator. And shout out to It's Me, man. I really like his content. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, it surprises me that foreigners buy a car living in the city. I wouldn't want to deal with the parking and the accidents with the car.
Mhm.
When we go to the city, we park it at a hotel and we don't touch it for days because we'll take a tricycle or we'll
Yeah,
walk
it's
everywhere.
always traffic and it's so hard to find a parking lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very small, unlike US, very wide. So you have nothing to worry about parking, and your car is safe too.
yeah.
Your
But
scratches.
but again, I mean, the average is 40 to 70. Some people spend $500, $600, $700. I wouldn't do that myself. But anyways, next one,
Okay, entertainment.
entertainment. You said that pretty good. I was
Oh
expecting.
yes, entertainment.
Yes. Okay. Um, People are averaging $50 to $100. I think that's a little tricky to average because a lot of people are factoring that in with going out to dinner and things like that. Because for entertainment, we're not spending much, but I mean, if we lived in the city, I guess it could be higher.
Water.
Water. Yeah, the average is $7 to $12. A lot of people are paying zero because they have a well. Visa. I was surprised, but it varied all over the board depending on the type of visa people had. But people were saying, and the average was coming out in between $10 and $20 a month. I think 20 is very high in my opinion, but some people were spending that and they were getting a visa every month. I mean, every 30 days, and they leave and they come back and things like that.
And meds, dental and insurance.
Yeah, abbreviations, but meds, dental, and insurance. The average for that is about $50. Now, a lot of people are going to be spending $0 because they're not dealing with any of that. So that's what I'm seeing for an average. And then we have miscellaneous. Okay, miscellaneous. Everyone is budgeting and averaging about $250, which is going to be all kinds of random one-off items, whether it's a present or a gift, or you need to buy something for yourself, or a phone charger, whatever. I think you guys know what I mean. Okay, just to give you guys the average, again, bear with me here, the average foreigner is spending in between $1,200 and $1,800. Now, again, that's just an average from the majority of the people. There's YouTube channels out there and people.
Hold on, I want to pause here, man, because I think this is very, very important, man. Um, so you mean to tell me the average foreigner is spending between 12 to 1,800 a month? So if my math is right, that's what, about 20, what's that, like 24,000 a month? I mean 24,000 a year. My apologies. Where's my calculator? My calculator. So I want to make sure my math is right. So if we say 1,200 on the low end times 12, 14,400. 14,400. That's on the low end. Now he said up all the way up to 1,800. Let's do 1,800. 1,800 times 12, 21,600. So anywhere between 14,400 all the way up to 21,600. That's on average. And the reason why I want to bring this to you guys' attention is because the average male earner makes somewhere between 40 to 50,000. So that's pretty much double. Like, y'all see where I'm going with this? Yeah, Frank Ted, I remember you telling me that when we had that conversation at your place. But yeah, man. Okay, Philippine. He said we on a normal average is in the neighborhood of 1,500 per month, and we live in a city and don't deprive ourselves of anything. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. They living comfortable, and they only spending 1,500 a month. Wait till I do a wait till I do a cost of living from my time here once I leave Thailand. Wait till I make that video on my travel vlog channel. I think people are gonna be shocked because based on my math, I'm falling somewhere in between the low end average of what he's saying and probably a little less than that. But I want to wait till I'm completely out of the Philippines so that way I can give you a full breakdown so that way I'm giving y'all like a real definitive amount. But yeah, I'm like, and that's the average now, because I want to keep it right here while it got this graph up. Okay, look at the average cost of on the high end. Even the high end isn't. Even the high end is a little bit. I mean, that's considered high end, but says 2,500 to 3,000. So now you're talking what? Somewhere between 30 to 36,000 a year. Let me make sure my math is right. Let's see, 12 times 2,500. Yeah. Yeah. So even on the high end, 30,000 to 36,000. Now, if you're making 40,000 a year, obviously that's going to hurt you a little bit. But if you're 50 and up, you know what I mean, you got a little bit of room to work with. So, and this is including medical, miscellaneous, the visa, water, entertainment, transportation. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you on the high end, and you see that 600, I think, like he said in the video earlier, I think that's for people that actually have a car payment. But if you living on the high end, but you're using public transportation like the average person is, that's gonna cut out of your cost. You gonna save about 500. So you can actually bring that down to somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500. Know what I mean? Maybe not eat out so much. Eating, go grocery shopping and eat in a little bit more. And depending on if you got a family or not, that 500 to 600 on the high end could be cheaper too. Now, housing and electricity, that may vary because, like he said, depending on how big your place is, obviously the electricity and the housing is going to be higher. That makes perfect sense. But I think on the high end, things like grocery shopping, eating and takeout, and transportation, I think these three, you can budget those to where you can bring this average down of 25 to 3,000 a little bit lower, so that way it falls somewhere more so in between 1,800 and 2,500 and still live on the high end. So that's something to consider too, because like I said before, and even his wife said it, and DS said the same thing too. The traffic here is crazy, man. You actually better off. I'm telling you, I think you come off cheaper just using public transportation or getting a taxi. I really do, man. Like having a car here, I don't, in my opinion, I don't think it's worth it. Or unless you're like Frank taking, you got a bike, which is cool because you'll get around faster, but you gotta keep your head on that swivel, man. And like he said, you gotta have I think he said it gotta be 400 and up. Yeah, you gotta have 400 cc and up. Otherwise, they ain't gonna let you put it get it on the highway. So you gotta consider that as well. But yeah, Jacoby, you right. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm trying to bring attention to this, man. So just imagine, man, what a six a high five a high five figure or a six figure earner can do here. If they just wanted to spoil themselves and be on the high end of the three, I'm like, even if you're doing 3,000, that's 36,000 a year. I'm like, that's nothing for a six figure earner. I'm telling you, man. Like, but if it was up to me, I would try to figure out some way to fall in between that 1,800 and 2,500 because I still think if you budget the transportation, the eat out and take out, and the grocery, if you budget these three things and you can come down on the cost of these, I think you could fall somewhere between that 1,800 and 2,500 and still live on the high end. Bruh, man, it's a reason why I always got straight A's in math, man. I'm good with my numbers, bro. I'm telling you, like for real. Real talk, man. That's something to consider, bro. Because let's say you were able to cut. If I was able to turn this 600, let's say if we, how about this? So if we say, let's see, 570 to 600, that's 530. 600 to 400, that's 200. So that's 730. And if we go from here to somewhere, let's say maybe like, let me say if you put the median between this and this, we'll say maybe about 300. I just saved you 1,000 right there. I just saved you over 1,000 right there that quick, just from grocery and food, eating takeout and transportation. Because like he mentioned, the only reason why he put that 600 up is because people on the high end got car payments, and I really don't think you need a car out here, man. I think you can get around easily with the transportation. Jeepneys, tricycles, grab taxis. Like I said, man, grab taxis are pretty cheap. I haven't spent more than like $10 to get anywhere in the city when I was in Manila. So I'm telling you guys, man. See, look, Frank Tay said you make 50K a year, you rich in the Philippines. It's facts. You know what I mean? And based on these averages, it goes to show. Because even if you on a high end 3,000, that's 36,000 a year. And if you making 50,000 a year, that still leaves you with 14,000 left. See what I'm saying? And that's including all the miscellaneous visa, water, entertainment. That includes all that. So that doesn't mean you just sitting in the house all day doing nothing. Like you actually out here living life. Like Bo said, you ain't just surviving over here. Like you can actually live comfortable and live your life. That's what I'm trying to tell people, man, especially these female detractors. Like, oh, you just want a submissive woman that's gonna tell you do what you want to. I'm like, man, do y'all not? Um, what? FBI building? What do you mean, bro? I don't even know. I don't even know where that was at, bro. By the mall. I stayed where I was staying at in Manila was close to Grace Mall. It's a real small mall. It ain't big. I mean, but they had everything you needed in there. Now, I will say this. This is one of my concerns, but I think it was because uh I was thinking about the per day cost versus if I would have just got a membership. Um, oh, in Cincinnati, um, FBI building. Nah, in Cincinnati, I stayed in Golf Manor, bro. Okay. But yeah, man, this is crazy to think about, man. When you really, good God, man, I'm telling you, if videos like this don't make you want to grind, bro, and get your money up, man, I don't know what will, man. I'm like, and everybody over here be, man, why you be, man, you consistent with the videos, man, and the uploads. I'm like, man, this is why. This is why, bro. This is why, because I want to be able to live comfortable like that. And keep in mind, the part that he's leaving out, he actually built his own house. And you want to know what? He spent 80,000 to build it. That's including the land. Can't make this up, bro. Kenwood and Madeira was actually like, because I used to work in Kenwood Mall when I was in high school. Because I used to work at the Chick-fil-A in the food court. Um, that's why I got such an addiction for Chick-fil-A. Yeah, Kenwood area is like 15, 20 minutes away from Golf Manor. I mean, if you take the street way, like if you just go up Montgomery Road, that's typically what we always did. 700 WLW. Oh yeah, 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 man. Right, exactly. No mortgage. So at the end of the day, if you do that, you know what I mean, you can eliminate the housing. So I would recommend that. Yep, for sure. See, this is what I'm trying to open people guys' eyes to, man. And that's why I find it so funny, bro, when these female detractors come on and they're just, you just want women to just do what you say and this and this. I'm like, man, do y'all not? I'm like, the women are just the icing on the cake. I'm like, that's what they don't realize. The women really are just the icing on the cake. Like The women are beautiful, and yeah, they're definitely a better option because they still hold traditional values and they still believe in masculinity and things of that nature. That's what inspired me to make that video, and I got a real positive response about it. So I think I might make that a little bit of series. Think I might make that a series similar to you're gonna want to get your passport after watching this. I'm thinking about making a series out of that after seeing the positive reaction that I got from it, because there are a lot of other reasons why guys are leaving. It's not just the women. And that's why I wanted to do this live reaction here, because this is a prime example of one of those reasons. I mean, think about how crazy the cost of living is. Bruh, I just heard that the prices of groceries are gonna go up again in the summer. I'm like, have y'all not seen how high the gas price the well, gas prices too, but have y'all not seen how high the grocery prices have gone up since the pandemic hit? A dozen carton of eggs is like $3. And I remember when a dozen you used to be able to get a dozen carton of eggs for less than $1. You used to be able to get a dozen carton of eggs for like 60, 80 cents. Now they're like $3, $4. Like what? Says 4.50 a gallon where you at, Luther? That's crazy, man. Let me stop. Amos Brown, man, brother, $20 super chat, man. Thank you for that, brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. And that's another thing, you guys, that I noticed, bro. This is on me out, bro. In the Philippines, do y'all know that the gas prices for diesel gas is cheaper than the regular gas? I'm not Correct me if I'm wrong, because I had the I because every time I rode past a gas station, I kept looking at that to make sure I was seeing it right. I don't got the best vision, but I was like, am I seeing that right? The diesel gas here is cheaper than the regular gas. Versus when you go in the States, the diesel gas is way higher than the regular gas. And when I translate the conversion rate from the prices that I seen in the Philippines, the gas prices here are like $1 and some change per gallon. So yeah, we're getting screwed in the United States, man. The cost of living in the United States is crazy. See, Jamal said it's about 325 where you at. Yeah, but before I left Cincinnati, gas prices were probably like 330, 340, something like that. One bag of tater tots is $9. Right. McDonald's, $10. That's for a meal at McDonald's. I'm like, guess how much a meal from McDonald's is here, Luther? Depending on what you get, not even half of that. The prices, the price they got the McDonald prices here are what our McDonald prices used to be like 10, 20 years ago. Like you can get a Big Mac, you can get a Big Mac meal here in the Philippines for about $4 maybe. Not even $5, bro. Yep, I was gonna say, he said meds are cheaper too. Exactly. And see, and this is another thing that I like about the Philippines, and this is the reason why they don't be having all the shootings like we have in the United States. That right there, what DS just said. Everywhere you go in the Philippines, you're gonna see security somewhere. And depending on where you're at, some of them are gonna be armed. Like I've seen security guards armed with shotguns out here. They ain't playing, man. But that's why they don't have the kind of crime that we have back in the States. Gas is 370 and Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was gonna say like I'm like you better off just eating Chipotle. I'm like that's typically what I was doing back in the States. Like Lord knows I wish they had Chipotle here, man. Oh my God, I'd be crushing that. Facts. Facts, Eagle Z. Facts, man. That's the problem with our country, man. It's such a capitalist country, man, that it's all about the organizations and the government making money, and they ain't over here they ain't looking out for the people, bro. I wish there was a Chick-fil-A out here, Jamal. Unfortunately, not. Because if it was, I'd be crushing that too. No, Luther, I have not came across that yet. But yeah, man, this I'm just trying to open guys' eyes, man, because y'all gotta understand, man. As long as you got the US dollar, you Gucci, bro. The women are gonna come, bro. I'm like the moment they know you from the United States and you're over here, you Gucci, bro. That's why I'm trying to bring awareness to this aspect of it. That's why when I was vlogging with Frank Tate and I was over his house for dinner, because we was having such a deep conversation and he was dropping so many gems, I was like, damn, I really don't want to stop recording because guys need to hear this. Guys really need to hear this. And the conversation got so good that I forgot I was recording. But and he got a lot of positive response in there, man, because similar to this video here, man, he was dropping similar knowledge, man. I'm telling you guys, man, for real, bro. Real talk, like this is where it's at, man. Damn, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Luther, man. But ain't nowhere to go but up, man. We gonna we rebound, bro. We always bounce back, man. That's good. That's good, Jim. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That reminds me, man. I gotta go on Instagram and see if that Filipina. Damn, I forgot. I think her name was. Damn, her name started with an A. It was Amni or Amri. I think her name was like Amri or something like that. I want to say her name was Amri that I met when I went and had drinks with the True Girls. I'm like, that girl was a cutie pie too. Yeah, I gotta see if she follow me on Instagram, man. I gotta check that out because y'all know I don't be on Instagram too much. Uh, yeah, I would say that's probably the only knock, man. Philippines is hot, man, and The humidity is off the chain. Yeah, yeah, I have noticed that, Brooklyn kid. Now it's losing its value, but it isn't as drastic as people are making out to be. Like I noticed in Colombia, it's still over 4,000 pesos to the dollar. Yeah, Michael Beggs. I'm in Cebu now. I'll be here pretty much. I'll leave out Thursday, and I'm actually going to meet up with Sharon Lapu Lapu and its wing later on this afternoon. DS, I did. I met, while I was out with the True Girls, I met somebody. Um, she said she was gonna follow me on IG, so I'll check that out and go from there. Um, but I'm like, I'm just so intrigued by all the other aspects of it. To be honest with you, I'm not really like, it's like I'm not trying to force anything when it comes to the women. And plus, I'm actually supposed to be meeting another Filipina when I go to Boracay anyway, because she's going out there at the same time as I am for her birthday. So don't be surprised if you see her on my vlog channel as well. So, everybody was telling me like you need to bring somebody to Boracay with you. Well, looks like I'm gonna be meeting somebody there with me anyway. So we'll see how that goes. And she's actually a Filipina that's been watching my channel and been a subscriber for a few months now. I'm like really cute girl too. So Flory, if you're watching this, like look forward to meeting you. Yeah, yeah, Philippines are full of pack. I've definitely gotten used to the heat, man. And as long as you drinking water, man, you good, bro. As long as you drinking your water, you good. That's why I'm like, y'all see me over here. I've been drinking my water now. Like, man, so man, Eagle Z, bro. I appreciate that, brother. I really do, man. I really do. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Just wake the fellas up, bro. Yeah, Jamal. Cause see, I know you a big fan of women in boots and what have you. So you probably, you know what, Jamal? I'm gonna tell you, man. Based on what I know, you might want to consider like a Eastern European woman, man, because in those areas, it gets cold from time to time, so they're gonna be wearing boots. So I think the European women might be it for you, because a lot of these other places that I prefer to go to is warm all the time. But see, that's gonna kind of play a factor for me too. Even though I want to go to East Europe and see what it's about, and Germany is like I know it gets cold in these places too, so I'm kind of hesitant to consider those places be like permanent spots. And I guess that's one of the reasons why that's another reason why I'm stuck on South America, Colombia specifically, because it's pretty much 80 degrees down there all the time. So, and then when it gets in the 70s, it still feels good. You know what I mean? Like, see, yeah, that's one of the countries I'm thinking about, man. I want to go to Estonia. I want to go to Norway. Hey, you know what? Norway is actually on my bucket list. I don't know if y'all know this, but did you know Norway is one of the few places on the earth where they have daylight like most of the day, kind of like in Alaska. It's like I want to say like it's like sometime in July if you go to Norway, there's like over 20 hours of daylight, bro. In Norway, man. Look that up, bro. Like that's another reason why I want to go to Norway. Like Norway, Estonia, I mention Switzerland all the time. That's on my bucket list. So yeah, man. I never thought about Finland, man. Never really thought about Finland. Yeah, appreciate that, Luther. I appreciate that, man. Now Norway doesn't get as cold as Alaska, but the the over 20 hours of daylight that happens like a short time of the year, and I if I remember, it's like at the end of July. I can't remember the exact date, but yeah, man, you get like over 20 hours of daylight, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, and I can speak personally, man. Norwegian women are pretty attractive. I used to work with one at my old job where I was at before I started doing YouTube full time. I'm like, she was very attractive. I even tried to get her on my show, but she ain't want to be bothered with it. Oh, the taxes are crazy in Norway. Oh, okay. Well, Norway isn't somewhere I would want to stay. That's just somewhere I want to go. Yeah, man. Switzerland's on my list, man. Man, I'm like whenever I see videos and pictures of Switzerland, man, I just think like I just feel at peace when I see videos and pictures of Switzerland, man. I'm like that's why I want to go. Yeah, Amsterdam is on my list too, man. Definitely. Yeah, I've heard good things about Iceland, man. Dollars Game, and I have. Like I heard Iceland women love the brothers. Like I don't know what's going on in Iceland, but apparently they love us brothers. I guess because it's probably rare that they see any of us there. Hmm. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because I want to try to get some content up before I leave out and link up with Sharon Lapu and its wing later on. Be on the lookout for my interview. They're going to be interviewing me on both of their channels, so be on the lookout for that. Because I noticed the True Girls already posted them interviewing me when we went out to dinner the other night. So go to the True Girls channel and check that out as well, man. I had a really good time, man, and they showed your boy love. They took care of me, man. Shout out to the True Girls. I love y'all, man. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, you guys. Um, I want to thank you guys for the super chats. Um, please hit the like button on your way out if you haven't. And their pages, True Girls is TR with 3 O's. Um, it's Wing. Wing is spelled WENG, and then Sharon Lapu. So I'm like, check out. I'm like, I don't got the links, you guys, but I'm just spelling them out for you. Um, check them out, and because they recently just uploaded it like last night or earlier this morning. I can't remember, but it's like really recent, man. It's like the most recent video because they even put it up on Facebook as well. So check those out, you guys. All right. Appreciate you guys. Y'all know how we ride out, y'all. Deuces.